Good evening, everybody. This is JD. Today, I am going to tell you some good news. A young lady who's old enough to be President of the United States by the name of DEATRA has consented to possibly be my Vice President, co-runner. We have been talking for some time since we actually met through the political posting of mine, and we've discussed many aspects of our nation and the aspects of what needs to be done. I am going to pursue and get her registered and send out to each and all 50 states both her and my name. We will ensure the paperwork is done. I will ensure the paperwork is done, so what happened to me in the last presidential election will not happen. I believe in this woman. I think she will be an outstanding assistant, and as my Vice President, her future as a president will become self-evident. And together with you, we will be able to get our government back to this track our forefathers put it on. We agree strongly with the sales tax, vice and income tax. We both agree that our government is way too large and it interferes too much into the individual and his household. We both feel the states and individual communities should have more authority with everything that they do and less federal government regulation. We both feel history should be written as history was made, not how we would like it to read. We both agree the United States throughout its years made some very big blunders, but we pick ourselves up and we continue on. We both agree the future of our nation depends upon us, the people of our nation. We both agree in an assistance program, but not a lifelong welfare system. We both agree education is the first and foremost step in developing a future economy. We both agree socialism, though in this country in small respects is acceptable, but as a large degree cannot be acceptable. We are a republic, and we cannot and must walk a fine line between democracy and socialism, because a republic is not a democracy, but yet it's not a socialist government either. We both agree that both the House and the Senate on the floor has no room for political parties. We both agree that the political parties are actually nothing more than mega lobbyists who openly and forcibly perform their lobbying on our Congress's floor. We both agree that when you elect a senator or a congressman from a representative to represent you, they are to represent you and not a political party view. We both feel that our government needs to go back to its roots and understand we are a nation, and that Congress serves the nation, not the world, nor does Congress rule the world. We both agree we are not an imperialist nation. and should not go around invading other nations just for the sake of maybe somewhere down the road we might have a war. We should not follow the examples of previous quote unquote empires or nations or whatever you want to call them that have sprung out of Europe only to create further disarray and disruption. We both agree the sovereignty of a nation should totally be respected by all nations, and the government within the nation should be selected by the people within that nation and not an outside force. DEATRA and I both strongly believe in God. We strongly also believe in separation of church and state, though it is not written anywhere in the Constitution. We also strongly believe in the First Amendment, which says that our government cannot make a ruling one way or the other when it comes to an established religion whatsoever. DEATRA and I strongly believe in you, the people. She's from Mississippi. She's actually from a little village in Mississippi, though she really hails from clear across the country. She herself will announce her candidacy as vice president to be on my ticket, and we together with you all out there will return our Constitution to the place it belongs. Not a box in the Capitol or in the Smithsonian Institute, but an actual living, working, functional document that we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, will use in accordance to the way it is and has been written. Congress may not like that because our Constitution is very restricting, but that's what gives the United States its power. A restricted government controlled by the people, not Congress. A restricted government that must operate within the bounds and boundaries and laws of this land and not above such law. A restricted government that understands the Constitution shall, will, and always be the supreme law of this land, and no other organization and no other political movement shall ever stand over our Constitution. On the contrary, inside our boundaries and territories, the Constitution shall stand over every and all such governing documents. If the Constitution disagrees with such a document, the Constitution shall take precedence each and every time. DEATRA and I both strongly believe in you, the American people. DEATRA and I will want you to check us out thoroughly and understand who you will be electing. I've talked with her about the seriousness of the position she is taking and the awesome responsibility that we both will have and the job that lays before us. And it is a very, very awesome responsibility. And we have pledged ourselves to reduce this humongous deficit, the tentacles of this cancerous government, and to put you, the people, in charge. DEATRA will be making the announcement via the computer, as I have made the announcement of her. You all have a nice day now. This is JD.